Hi, everyone. This is Nina Clark, your host of Nina's Got Good News. First, before we get rolling with this very special podcast episode, I just want to say I've been thinking about you all during this time. I love you guys, and I'm so grateful that you guys are supporting and showing up to this movement. I truly believe that staying positive and finding some good news right now is more important than ever before. That's always been the mission of this podcast since we launched it back in 2018. So welcome to podcast number 73. Today's very special episode features good news about pets. Yes, we're talking quarantine dog life today. Even if you're not really an animal person, but let's be honest, everyone really is. Even if you're not, though, today's episode is going to convert you into being a true dog lover. My favorite dog, of course, is now our own quarantine puppy, Coco Clark. She's a Shishon. We love Coco. But my second favorite dog in the entire world is named Samson the Dood, a 6-year-old golden doodle who lives near me here in Connecticut. He's an internet sensation. I'm so excited to welcome my friend, Samson's mom. She owns this amazing dog, and her dog has literally gone viral during quarantine, providing all of us stuck at home with some much needed positivity on social media. Welcome to the podcast, Jessica and Samson. Thank you for being here. How are you?
Good. Thank you, Nina, for having us.
This is so fun. This is your first podcast, right?
This is my first podcast, so and Samson's first. Surprisingly,
I know, because you guys are so famous now. How are you doing, though, during quarantine life? How are you doing? How's the family doing?
Family, all things considered, we're doing well. We're trying to stay positive. Luckily, my husband's able to work from home, so the silver linings, he's getting to spend more time with, the pups, with Theo. You just have to think about the little things during this time, right?
Stay positive and stay grateful for the good things that are happening. Yeah, and take it one day at a time. That's kind of how we're approaching all of this too.
Right?
So tell us a little bit about Samson. Where did you get Samson? Tell us the backstory on Samson the Dood.
Okay, so Samson, as you mentioned, he's a 6-year golden doodle. We got him in Canada randomly, but someone I was working with had recommended an amazing golden doodle breeder, which, is important. And we went up there, and it's Wagging Hearts Kennels, which is, I want to mention that because we get a ton of emails now and a ton of DMs, and I've been, terrible at responding to all this. But so we got him 6 years ago, and we were living in Brooklyn at the time, which is funny because, we're always debating, we're never going to get a dog in the city, but it just was serendipitous, and he came in to our life, and I started posting pictures just because, dog pictures just make everyone happy, right? And this was actually at the beginning kind of Instagram. It was kind of like funny to have a dog Instagram, then, but I just started doing it, and one thing led to the other, and here's Samson.
And now you're famous. I know. So how did that first happen? Like, you're in Brooklyn, you were posting all these awesome dog photos. So how did Samson sort of first begin to become well-known when you were in Brooklyn?
Right. So it was a few months after I had got Samson. Samson, are you smiling? Can you see? There you are, Samson.
Hi, Samson. You're the cutest.
I know, people are putting the quarantine hair right now. I should have pulled it back like you. But anyway, so I started posting literally when I got him as a puppy. And then after a few months, Lauren Conrad, I don't know if you know Lauren Conrad.
Yeah, I love her, from the Hills. Yeah.
Great lifestyle. She posted on her blog that he was like the cutest dog to follow on Instagram. And so one day I had, a few thousand followers, and then I woke up, maybe I had 10,000 or something. And then that was like the initial, I guess he got discovered by her.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that. Okay. So it was Lauren from the Hills. I loved her on the Hills.
Yeah. So I think that was the first thing that really triggered it. And then a few months later, Town and Country did an article, or maybe it was a year later. I don't know. And but at that time he had like 70,000 followers, but it kind of made him, more legit too, or, just brought more attention to him. So it's always just these little random breaks, right? It's
I love it. I know, it's so cool the way it happened. Now, has Samson always been okay with being dressed up in like human clothes? He's wearing sunglasses sometimes. Like there was a great video of your husband, Alex, with him driving in the car in the Jeep with the sunglasses on. I mean, has he always been like okay with that? Or did you train him to do that? I mean, cause I'm like, how can I get Coco to dress up? It's not working out.
That's like one of the questions I get asked the most too. Like, what did I do to train him? What did I do? And honestly, I think it was actually like, so I never like started posing him until he was like maybe 8 months or something. And I put him, there's this one picture, I put him on the couch one day and put a shirt on him and glasses and like, a drink. And he just was like, I don't know. I just was like, wow, this dog is human. So I just think, honestly, there was just something innate about him, that just was able to. And so then once I realized, wow, this is a pretty chill dog, and he likes the attention of the pictures, because, whenever you do a picture, you would start laughing, right? Like, and he would respond to that. And so
I know he actually smiles on cue. I mean, this is amazing.
It is funny. Like, and even sometimes we did shoots in the city, and he would, especially when he had an audience, it's like he's like a ham.
He's a ham. Yeah. Plays it up. Okay. So then how did you make the decision to have pups? So tell us the backstory. You have 2 puppies, Charlie and Shay. So give us the story. Like, Samson's their dad, I assume, right? Okay.
Oh, yes.
Give us the story on Charlie and Shay.
So actually it was almost a year ago, because Charlie and Shay's first birthday is coming up at the end of the week. So right after I found out I was pregnant, I knew
with a real baby, with a human baby.
Gosh, that's good that you mentioned that, because honestly, whenever I would tell people we were expecting, some people were like, with a human? Like, you know what I mean? Because I was such a, like a crazy
You're
dog.
such a dog mom. Yeah.
Dog mom, right. Oh my God, that's so funny that you mentioned that. So I was expecting with a human baby. We found out last spring. And because we've treated, Samson like our first child, I just don't want to have any issues of, he's going to miss any attention. And back to Brooklyn, we moved out to the suburbs.
To Connecticut, yay.
Connecticut, Beautiful Connecticut, it's amazing. But, he wasn't around dogs as much. He was used to so much attention. So we said, I think this is a good time to add another dog to our family. So, Charlie, and we were only going to add 1 dog, but then we, sometimes life works out. We went up to visit the puppies, and we fell in love with another dog. And I thought it would be fun, to see brothers of a same litter, grow up together. So it was kind of, wasn't planned, but now we have 3 dudes and a baby.
So Charlie and Shay are Samson is their dad, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Samson's the dad, and they're also golden doodles, correct?
Yes. Also golden doodles, right? Mom is
from a breeder in Canada.
Yes, we went all the way back. It was a process, but we wanted to, keep the same breeder. Wanted to make sure we're a reputable breeder, and now, with golden doodles becoming so popular, I think that's what people are asking all the time. Where did you get your dogs and everything?
Well, because everyone wants a dog like Samson, Charlie, and Shay.
Right.
So obviously Charlie and Shay are similar to Samson. Like they're hams too. They love, going to events and, being in photos. So how does that, do you think they just learned that from their dad, from Samson?
Yeah, I definitely think, even with the whole, I'm sure, I don't know, some people have seen all the cuddling videos.
Yes.
Like Samson, the initial cuddler, because from the beginning, he had this stuffed animal, and that was actually one of the other reasons. And it was this teddy bear, because they look like teddy bears. And I used to post him snuggling the stuffed animal all the time. So I think he just got used to snuggling. So he was one of, the first that would go up to Theo and just be comfortable with it. And I think, they emulate him, right? And it sounds cheesy, but,
it's so cute. Monkey see, monkey do. Same with Samson. Yeah. We all want to be like Samson. So, okay, so now let's talk about Theo, your human baby boy. He's so cute. Now his videos and photos are like blowing up on Samson the Dood's Instagram too. So tell us the dynamic though between Theo and the dogs. Like from day one, did they all get along? Did they love Theo right away? Or was there like...
No, I think, I loved him right away. Well, we did the thing, I don't know, where, the baby blanket, they always say, I honestly didn't read up too much about how to introduce a baby to dogs, but one of the major things. Multiple people were like, the baby blanket when you first have the baby, bring it home to the dogs before the baby comes home so they can sniff, and like and we did. It's funny, my husband did that when I was still in the hospital, and I still have this video. I'll have to post it someday because it's amazing. They were so like intently sniffing this blanket, like, and I don't know if they knew like this is a little, or it's smell. I mean, who knows? Dogs' smells are so intense, but so we did that because that's what they always recommend. But they just, I don't know, from the beginning. There's a picture. Even I put Theo when he was like a week old in between all the dogs when they were kind of napping, and it's funny too. Theo kind of lit up, and I don't know if he knew like if he could feel the presence of the dogs, but I don't know. They just always accepted him as one of the pack, and that's why. Ironically, I never thought I would post Theo on Samson's account because I said, "Oh, people just want to see the dog. They don't want to see my baby," And it just is. It's funny how that it just kind of all evolved.
Yeah, we're like more Theo with Samson and Charlie and shit. Yeah, it's so cute. The cuddling at night. I mean, so let's talk about that. So when they sleep together, I mean, because my daughter Blaine, she's obsessed with Coco, but also super obsessed with Samson and your account like crazy. She has to watch all your stuff. So she's trying to figure out if like she can lay with Coco the way Theo lays with Samson. How did you do that? Because they cuddle and they nap together and sleep together. So it's like a big teddy bear. How did that happen?
It happened because, I was pretty relaxed in the sense that I, have him put Theo in the bassinet and crib, and like, he would just kind of fall asleep napping in the bed with me, and the pups would jump up and try to snuggle too. And then one day, Samson rolled on his back because that's a very submissive. Golden Doodles are known to, just kind of roll on their back. There's some pictures of Samson just hanging out. And so then when he rolled on his back, it was like, wow, he feels completely comfortable, and this was, when Theo was around 3 or 4 months old. I was like, you know what, I'm going to just kind of, let Theo snuggle with, Samson and see how he responds. And interestingly enough, at first I was like, oh, I'm not going to post this. And this was right before quarantine. And Ellen, she has a account because, she's really into all the, animals and dogs. And she posted them, and they kind of went viral on Facebook. And then I realized there's something that's resonating with Theo and Samson cuddling,
Yeah. So do you think let's talk even before quarantine, was your purpose behind posting all these, great dog videos and Theo and all this stuff, even before quarantine, was kind of your objective to always sort of like make people like make their day, like brighten their mood, like, cause you said everyone loves dog pictures. They do. It like makes everyone happy. So was that kind of always your objective?
It definitely has always been my objective. So I was, before this, I was, in healthcare, and I liked, I wanted healing people, in whatever way possible. I, from the beginning, I would get this positive reinforcement from Samson, these messages and emails that something about him was very soothing or therapeutic. And I mean, I just kept on rolling with that. And especially now, that's definitely the main motivation. Yeah, bringing smiles.
He just makes us feel good. Samson, you make us feel good. So we love you for that. Okay, so let's talk about quarantine life. Okay, because you guys were famous before quarantine, but then during quarantine, I feel like your account has literally blown up. You've gone viral. You've broken the internet. Samson, you broke the internet. So what do you think has happened? There was the Lauren Conrad in the very beginning. So then what happened during quarantine? Like celebrities were posting about you, you've been in People magazine. I mean, so walk us through the timeline of who posted and why do you think it's gone viral during quarantine?
Yeah. So, as I just mentioned before, right before quarantine, this first video that I posted of Theo and on top of Samson cuddling, kind of went viral on Facebook, and something was
that went viral on Ellen's Facebook, Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, it went on her animal account, and then other accounts picked it up on Facebook and everything. I don't use Facebook. I know we have to talk about that too, because I know Instagram's been really popular, but supposedly TikTok, that's where it's on now. I know you've mentioned it too, and I've been keep on saying I want to get Samson on TikTok, but I have to.
We need to do a duet with Samson and Coco on TikTok. We're going to work on that, Jessica.
Oh my God. I know.
Okay, so back to going viral in quarantine. So tell us, okay, so Ellen's animal account on Facebook, and then what else happened?
Yeah, posted. And then, no, I just kept on, kind of Theo has stolen the show because, I mean, I guess all the followers, a lot of the new followers are, I think, following more for Theo now than, oh, Samson, it's okay. You're still always going to be the star. But I just think, life right now is so uncertain and stressful and scary if you watch the news. And I mean, that's why you're trying to embrace all the good news. So, I mean, babies and dogs, it's just a very soothing, innocent, something just to give a little peace, right? And so I think it's just it's just a little Zen moment. And that's why it's really resonating more than ever now during quarantine. So
yeah, it gives us a little positivity and a little, when I go on your account, I feel good. I feel happy. So yeah, you guys are doing that. It's good news. And we like that right now. We're all holding on to those little moments where we can go on social media and see fun things like Samson and Theo cuddling. And Theo is really stealing the show. I love all of Theo's like bubble bath and today jumping and his little jumpy thing. I mean, he's just so cute. So, all right. So now what does your husband, Alex, think about you guys going viral and Samson being famous and now Theo being famous on Instagram? What does Alex think?
I know. Well, I mean, it's funny because, I think he's embracing it too because he realizes all the positivity and good news about it. Because, we had a conversation right before we had Theo that we weren't going to post Theo ever. People have that, with their children and babies, especially. I think a lot of celebrities go through that too. Where trying to figure out the balance, right? Or if you're going to do it or not. So ironically, we said we were never going to post him, but look where we are now. Now the account's almost Theo and the Dudes because I did a poll the other day where can you tell the 3 dogs apart? And I thought, of course, everyone's going to be able to tell Samson from his, the puppies that are a year old. And like 80% now, it's just 3 dudes and Theo, Which
you might have to rebrand your name, Samson's account.
I know, I was thinking that, but you just have to, I guess, go with it, But no, but he's just, he knows that it makes me happy, making other people smile. It's just as simple as that, if you can just bring a little positivity and good news to the world,
Yeah, I know. If we can do that, we've done our jobs, Jessica. I think that's so true. Yeah. So now are famous people following you? Who's following you? I want to hear, who's the most famous person that follows you and loves your stuff other than Lauren Conrad?
Yeah. I think a lot, I know Jessica Chastain, who's an actress, had posted Theo, and then Natalie Portman was like, is this your gorgeous baby? And my husband was like, oh my God, hook me up with her. She's I know, it's just, but he's definitely got a lot of attention. I don't know exactly who's following because I don't know, I can't keep up with that. But one of my favorites who reposted him was Nancy Meyers. Do you know Nancy Meyers?
No.
She's a film director and set designer she did Father of the Bride.
Oh, I love Father of the Bride. We watched that during quarantine. Yes.
It's complicated, but she's like the rom-com genius. Which
okay.
Is
and she reposted Samson.
And it just, and then we started chatting on DM, which was kind of fun, because it's like, oh, when would I have ever connected with her,
Right.
So
that's when Instagram is so good, right? You're like, this is awesome. You can DM with Nancy Meyer. That's so cool.
No, that's what is really, neat. And I think that's why I always loved this platform from the beginning because it just somehow connected people. And I really, then I never used Facebook because it was more just about, but Instagram has this way of just connecting people in a really cool way.
Yeah, well, that's how I first found out about you from my friend Zach. He's like, you have to follow Samson the Dood. And I did. And then I met you guys at an event at Serena and Lily here in Connecticut. And I was just like, oh my God, that dog. I just fell in love. So it's always Instagram. So tell us now too, Jessica, now that you guys are famous, Samson was featured in a MasterCard commercial that's brand new that just happened. So what other kind of brand deals, what's happening? Give us sort of the business side of this now.
Right, the business side of it.
Which, commercials. I mean, is it going to be a movie or what's happening?
I mean, Samson needs a better manager, or I guess everyone's saying Theo needs an agent now. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity. I haven't followed up on anything, which is terrible. So for all the people out there, I'm so sorry I haven't emailed or DM'd. Hopefully one day I'll get back to you, but somehow life with 3 dogs and a baby just slips by me. But no, we've gotten some really cool things, like Pottery Barn has reached out, to do some things. Yeah, the MasterCard thing was just so serendipitous too. A creative agency just reached out, and it was funny because at first they were kind of vague. They were like, can we use a couple clips, and I didn't even realize this was going to be a commercial that's aired, like worldwide on NBC and everything. But it just goes to show, isn't it interesting the way things have changed now, that like commercials are being produced because people can't, you can't have the whole crew. You're not doing these whole, so now it's like they're taking clips from, Instagram.
From Instagram, from your iPhone, right?
Yeah, from your iPhone.
Clips that you filmed, in your own house. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
I know.
From back in the day, back in the day, there'd be a whole, team of production, right?
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, do you think what do you think is going to be next for Samson? Is it too early to say? You're just trying to get through quarantine, but I mean, do you think he's going to be like in a movie or what?
I know. Well, that's what I was joking with Nancy Myers. I said, if you ever need, Samson or Theo, to make a little cameo, maybe 3 dudes and a baby. Wasn't there was it 3 dudes and a baby?
Yeah, three men and a baby. 3 men and a baby.
Right?
Yeah.
I think once I get focused and get over my new mom brain and everything, I think children's books would be great.
Oh, yes. Oh, I love that idea, Jessica.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, with different lessons or different. We used to travel a lot more. Obviously, everyone's kind of at home now, but maybe
what's
one day.
Travel? I don't know what you're talking about.
Isn't it unbelievable?
What's travel? Yeah.
What's travel? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so what does Samson like to do here in coastal Connecticut? What is Samson the Dood? What are his favorite things about living here? What does he like to do when we're not in quarantine?
When we're not, go to the beach, definitely, right? I know that was one thing that was kind of sad, because we didn't get to all those early spring beach days. But I definitely think, go to the beach. I mean, honestly, because he grew up in the city, he definitely was a more city dog, to be honest. But no, he loves, and then there's a great dog park, Winslow Dog Park, where he would always, he's definitely a very social. I'm just going to move a little bit now. There.
Hi, Samson. Oh my gosh. The cutest ever. Don't you just want to hug him all day? He is a big teddy bear. How much does he weigh, Jessica?
He's big. He's 45 pounds.
Okay.
And he's medium size, I think. That's
okay.
Why...
And how much are Charlie and Shay? What do they weigh?
Well, so they're just a little bit under him, but I think they're going to be bigger than him.
Oh, wow.
Just a little.
Gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So why do you think right now, Jessica, I mean, speaking from experience here, why do you think right now is the best time for people to get a dog?
A dog. I know. Have you heard the term pandemic puppy?
Yes.
That's well, I guess that's what you have, a pandemic puppy.
You got it. Yep.
I think, I just think, I mean, in life, it's never the ideal, right, time, because having a dog, it is almost like having a baby, right? Have you been waking up in the middle of the night?
Yeah, there was a lot of that in the beginning. Coco's much better now, but in the early days, it was I was waking up at 4 a.m. I was cross-eyed. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But I think now, life has slowed down for a lot of people. Most people, you're at home more. So, I mean, this would be the ideal time, right? To, they have all the attention. They're not going to destroy anything in your house because you're home.
Yep, everyone's home. Everyone's available to help. Yeah, that's so. It's been so good for us. Now I know you get this question all the time, but if people want a dog like Samson the Dood, what do you tell them? I mean, do you say not all golden doodles are like Samson? I mean, what advice do you give them?
Right. I mean, that's the thing, because I know I should maybe post a little more. I mean, he's very chill, but I don't want people to think that he is just this teddy bear stuffed animal, because as you know, having a dog, there's a lot of responsibility, right? It's no, you just have to make sure you're getting, a golden doodle from a reputable place, breeder, because I mean, they technically are a mix, right? Of poodle, golden, and there's so many different, so my husband's allergic. That's how we ended up, with dogs, deciding on the golden doodle brand. And you have to even make sure, our golden doodles are more poodly, because if they're, you hear a lot, oh, I got a golden doodle and it's shed still, it's alert, and it's like, you do have to do a lot of research. So I need to, direct people a little bit more, but
well, because I'm sure everyone just wants Samson.
Yeah.
They're like, if I could just have Samson, I'd be good.
And that was what was really interesting, because that's why we did decide to breed him one time, because we wanted to, and even within his 10 puppies, there was really only one that really pulled all his genes, so you just
are you
never know.
in touch with any of the other owners that have the other puppies?
Yeah, a few of them, which is nice. So,
oh, that's so cute. Yeah, that's so fun. It's like one fun Samson the Dood family. I love it. Right. So Jessica, if people want to follow along, hopefully they already have, but tell us exactly how they can find you guys on Instagram, since you're not on Facebook, and maybe soon you'll be on TikTok. But in the meantime, tell us about your Instagram handle.
So it's Samson the Dood, and Dood came from Doodle, Dood. So, although I don't know if we should change it now to Theo and the Dudes. Right. But I feel like it's good.
Something to think about. A big name change is a big decision, right? So. Well, maybe that could be your TikTok name. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But we're going to do a duet, Samson. We're going to get you and Coco. But Jessica, I'm just so excited. You survived your first podcast.
I know. I survived. Sorry. I know. I was a little bit.
No, you guys were great. Thank you so much. Samson the Dood. All the information about Samson will be in the show notes with their Instagram handle. And Samson, we just love you so much. Coco sends her best. She can't wait to have a play date with you. I know. We're going to have to go to the beach when we can go to the beach again.
I know. We have to have one. So.
Well, thank you guys so much for bringing us all your good news. Keep sharing all the good videos and pictures, because we just love them so much. And Jessica, you're doing such a great job as a dog mom, as a human baby mom. You're doing such a great job, and you're really bringing so much positivity into our lives. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thanks for having us.